Good morning, gamers. Welcome to the Morning Cup, where we have a quick jolt of 15 minutes of video games to start your day. So welcome. Today we have a special treat for you. We're streaming Star Fox, the old one. So you might see actually the original ship in the new game. I'm sure you've seen that advertised. So we're going to see that ship in action here today. So let's kick it off. Retron 5 again, if you've never seen this before. It's a great system. Essentially, this is the game that they've been making over and over again. Star Fox 64, remake of this game. Star Fox 64 3D on 3DS, obviously remake of 64. This newest one supposedly is a reimagining of the original game, which they cite as Star Fox 64, but again, based off this game. And you'll see, because you start off in Corneria, and some of the interactions are pretty similar to what you see in Star Fox 64. I see. That's one thing you gotta pay attention to in this game, this system. You have to make sure you got the right controller assigned. So for Super Nintendo, there we are. Starts us over, of course. Of course. See, there's that original cast. Hasn't changed much. I love the creepy puppets that were on the box art. And they've gone back to that now with the new advertisements and the new game. That puppet look is an endearing retro feel. See, you got the branching path that all leads to Venom. A lot of these are the same. The Asteroid Belt and Sector X, Sector Z, Macbeth, Fortuna. So it's pretty much the same game as the 64 game. This controller's a little clacky, but at least it works and it's wireless. And as you might have seen in my other streams, it has quick save and quick load features on the controller, which is really nice. See, you even got General Pepper there, giving you the instructions before you get into the level. I believe there's even a little...
Good luck.
Yep. Good luck. Shooting out of the entry tunnel here. So they had a singular vision for this series all the way back here. I want to say this is, what, 93? So they've done a really great job of, at least originally, creating this game, because they've just been doing it over and over again. Boy, this is hardly full screen, isn't it? I'm going to have to adjust my video output next time. So here we are in Corneria. So you can see it's pretty similar gameplay. You don't have the lock-on ability, but you do have those little rings that you fly through that gives you health, or I believe there's a shield boost for the gold ones. You do get the classic barrel roll. There are even the bombs. Where's my bomb? There's my bomb. Let's see. You got your sidekicks there who get chased by enemies. You got boost and slow down. That time I executed that quite poorly. Picked up an extra bomb though for that one I wasted. Hey, it's me, Slippy! So you can again shoot your teammates and they'll complain about it. So, very much so. Exactly what the original was, but in a much more primitive state. Now for a 16-bit system, of course, this is incredible. But the 64 game, wow, just so much better. And on 3DS, they gave it a nice overhaul graphically, like they did for the two Zelda games on there, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. If you haven't tried Star Fox 64 3D, and you are a Star Fox fan, you gotta give it a shot. Sorry again for all the clicking and clacking. The system's a little bit too far away from my Super Nintendo controllers, and I don't think I have any Super Nintendo controller extension cables. I have some Nintendo ones somewhere. Gonna have to dig them out of a drawer. Oh, fired that too late to be able to kill those guys. It's alright, I think it's the replacement. Woohoo. So you do have slow down and go faster. Oh, I think there was an upgrade in there. Ah! Ouch. Ooh, my shield's low. Again, Falco's the coolest character in this one too. Oh no! I should have been using my save states. Now, I gotta start at the beginning of the level. Some of the bosses in here are, again, exactly the same ones that are in the 64 game. So even though they keep citing the 64 game as the origin of the series, it like for Star Fox Zero, oh, it's all based on 64. That was a remake of this game. This time we're gonna put a save state in there, even though we're like nowhere. Might as well. And we'll keep grabbing new ones. See if we can save Slippy here quick. And we can't. Too late to go slow. Oh, oh, oh. There we go. Now we saved him. Thanks for the save, Fox! So this time they have more animal-sounding noises instead of voice acting, of course. They do a little bit of voice work. You heard the good luck at the beginning of the game. But, yeah. Too much space. They're already using so much on these 3D graphics. I imagine they didn't want to record all those lines, and they'd sound very good anyway on this old system. Hold this controller farther away from the microphone. Hopefully that'll help a little. I bet folks with keyboards know the pain. Things just clacking on the microphone all the time. Get lost, you fiend! I got you, Peppy. Maybe. That's some shady piloting skills. I like these guys just running around carrying pillars. Who knows what they're doing? Well, I don't know what that shape is. Clearly they must be important, though, because they're much larger robots. You know, the larger the robot, the more important its job. I got two of them carrying that one. Apparently those two were made a little weaker than that other one we saw earlier. Grabbed a save state there, because why not? The attack carrier will be mine. Alright, Falco. Worst wingman in history, though, in this game. They hardly ever do anything, right? Oh, I saw on the right there was something else. Oh, did I get that? I think I did. I think it's a checkpoint. Again, the blue checkpoint rings. Oh, they look like they're carrying maybe pieces to the boss. If that were the case, they'd assemble that guy pretty quick. Woo! Go! Oh, see, the boost didn't help me there. I boosted just incorrectly. Alright, we got half health for a boss. I think that's plenty. So this, I cannot remember. I think this was the alternate boss in Star Fox 64. So the first level had another boss, but if you got down the alternate path, there was a second boss that was a little different. And I think this was that boss. Regardless, I know that there are some bosses in this game that were used in the 64 game. Alright, let's focus on these weak points, huh? Oh. Load state. Have at thee. it's still amazing to me that they're pulling off these graphics in this 16-bit system. And sure, it's not much to look at, but it's still a fully realized 3D game on a system that shouldn't be able to do that. And I know they added extra power into the cartridge. Still. I mean, the NES did that all the time. I believe even Super Mario Bros. 3 had a special chip in it to get extra power. Oh, they've recovered. Apparently I just need to shoot the floating guys, because those just come back. That barrel roll. Essential tool. There we go. Now let me take these out. They hopefully shouldn't come back. Maybe they just turned around before. Maybe I never actually destroyed them. Yeah, now we're talking. That's Corneria for you, baby. Woohoo! The music in this game was actually a lot of fun. They continue to use that original Star Fox theme. You got a little regroup at the end as they blast off back into space. Grades you on how much shield is left on your teammates. They've just been making this game over and over and refining it a little more every time. And it's hard to argue them, it's fun. So, that's all we have time for this morning, but maybe we'll continue playing this tomorrow morning. We'll see. Stay tuned for tonight after work. Come and check out my channel, and there will be Wife Wednesday, where my wife will be playing. I don't have it with me here, but we'll be playing Super Mario Bros. 3. Classic game, classic platformer. Starts to get tricky. I think if you're a pretty seasoned gamer, it's probably not that hard until later in the game. But if you're not as practiced, I've been playing my whole life and she hasn't, it might be a little bit of a struggle. So I'm going to try and coach her way to victory and see how far we can get on there, and it'll be a good time. And then after that, we'll also have a nightly Nintendo stream. So come on back, and we'll see you after work today. Thanks, guys.